Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining the Evolving Nature of Application Management in Cloud and Shared IT Infrastructures webcast today. I'm Franny Schmidt, your Tivoli User Community Manager, and as part of your community management team, I would like to encourage you to visit the community following this webcast to download this and the previous presentations given to our member community. Today, Jim Carey will be presenting how IBM can help you manage your applications in cloud and hybrid environments, ensuring you reap the productivity and cost benefits of cloud. Jim is a portfolio manager for availability and performance management products within Tivoli and is responsible for strategy and direction of Tivoli's business service management, application performance management, and IT operations management products for cloud and classic IT environments. Before we get started today, I do need to cover some administrative details. All of the phone lines are currently in listen-only mode, but later there will be a question and answer session with instructions being given at that time. You may ask a question at any time using the chat window located in the control panel, and those chat questions will also be answered at the end of this presentation. Today's session is being recorded, and you will be provided with a copy of the materials following today's call. And with that, I'll turn the presentation over to Jim. Jim, take it away.
Thanks, Franny. Good afternoon, everyone. I've already been introduced, so I'll take that and just run from here. I'm excited to get a chance to talk about how we're seeing management of dynamic and cloud environments evolve from the classic IT environments of yesterday. My guess is that most of you are somewhere in between, being heavily virtualized in some areas, even moving into cloud, private and public deployments of cloud in some other areas, and still, of course, heavily reliant on what we call our classic IT systems, where everyone knew who owned which servers, and you could actually go downstairs and rap on them with your knuckles. Before I get started, let me apologize in advance. I have a golden retriever here in my house who gets really excited about application performance management, and you may hear him chime in once in a while. I'll try to keep him to a minimum. So as we get into looking at the evolving nature of these infrastructures, one thing I want to stress is that the management tools we're providing with IBM and Tivoli are evolving to manage these changes. And what's strange to us is that as I work with lots of customers, I see that there's a real transformation in the way the information technology needs to be taken care of. And it's a philosophical transformation in the approach to management rather than major changes in the bits and bytes of management. To sum it up in just one line, 2 years ago, you managed the environment that was in place and tried to keep things running for your customers. Next year, you're managing the environment that they want tomorrow instead of the one that you have today to make sure that you keep things in place for what your customer needs will be. So as we look at this, I'll spend a lot of time talking about the IT transformation towards this heavily shared infrastructure where your customers get to I'm fond of saying your customers get to go to the cloud tree and pluck resources off because they're presented with a world that's mythologically infinite in nature, where resources are always ready for them to come and get them, and all they have to do is ask for them. This idea of just-in-time allocation of resources to heavily dynamic environments is a great idea. Of course, we all know that somewhere on the back end, someone is taking care of a lot of compute, storage, network, and other resources to make sure that that myth stays true. So how are we transforming to that? What do we need to think about as we approach that problem? And then the second phase of the discussion will be around intelligently managing this transformation. And I'll start from infrastructure monitoring, the basic bits and bytes of the environment, up to talking about application performance management in these mixed environments, because we're not just talking about public cloud and private cloud, heavily virtual or classic IT. We're talking about applications that are rapidly starting to leverage components of all of those things. And you want to be able to manage them as a singular deliverable for your customers. And finally, we'll talk some about business service management and how that's evolving as we go into cloud. And of course, no discussion would be complete if I didn't have next steps and some websites for you to go look at afterwards as you have questions and thoughts about how you want to approach this transformation yourself. So let's go look at the IT transformation itself. Our integrated service management solutions continue to be reliant or stress heavily the visibility, control, and automation that you need to really get control of an IT operation and to